There's some pretty bad news for Pokemon and the future of gaming in a nutshell. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield will be the only console game to make 4 million physical sold out, on a weekly basis, and it will pass 20 million units. That is just sad that people are accepting this awful pile of, excuse me, crap. Okay, the fact that Pokemon Sword and Shield is selling so well is proof that, first of all, the whole entire Dexit movement was a big failure because you guys decided, oh look, they're small, let's buy the game anyway. It's just it's not gonna be that many Pokemon, okay? It didn't help that the mainstream media was also helping this game, but Pokemon Sword and Shield, I still haven't bought it. Yes, you heard me right. I still have not bought Pokemon Shield and Shield. I still have not given the Pokemon to the Poketubers and to the weird-looking legendaries like this they introduced, and to Yamper. I have not given in like a Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You know, and what I've heard from the game is, the typical Pokemon experience, the typical, brand, drive, the stale. Of course, about the characters, like, oh, it doesn't really matter if the Pokemon are gone. Still the same, it's still the Pokemon game, and that's the problem, because most of us, most Pokemon fans have been expecting the same. Because we bought the same games, and now once they get a different game, people can say it's the worst generation and have evolved them, okay? Pokemon Sun and Moon, okay? And then we have the sales, okay? This was 12 hours ago. I think this is on VZ Tots. I'm not going on 4chan, okay? That's a no-no, okay? But for even people in Japan, this is why gaming in Japan is dying. Because all the good, here's the thing. Pokemon Sword and Shield has outsold. Here's the games that's outsold so far. It has outsold Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, it outsold that. It outsold every major PS4 game. Okay, it has outsold all of Battlefield and Call of Duty. I know those games are not the top of the line games that has outsold Sekiro. One game of the year, but for some reason people in Japan are more worried about garbage called Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, the fact that this garbage is still selling so well is proof that people, that I just have no words because it's proof that people can, oh yeah, Pokemon Sword Shield is not gonna sell that well because of controversy. Well, apparently it still managed to sell 3 million copies because casual people still bought this game in mass droves. Okay, you can see here it has outsold Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it has outsold Minecraft, it has outsold Super Mario Party here, shown below, and this is the best-selling Switch games. I think. I don't know if this is only Switch games. And the Pokemon Sword and Shield is selling 3 million copies, paints a bleak future for the gaming. We have been telling developers, no more unfinished games, no more broken games and unfinished games. And they'll say, oh look, Pokemon Sword and Shield, a game that was lazily strapped together to be rushed out for the holiday season. Okay, now forcing everyone to buy a $30 DLC pack. Okay? And the legendary you get from it is some really creepy Pokemon, okay, that no one likes. Oh yeah, what a great game that is, okay? Sarcasm there, okay? And of course, there's gonna be all these people still gonna be defending Pokemon Sword and Shield, say, oh, these games are the best Pokemon games. Well, if you think these are the best Pokemon games, that clearly you haven't clearly played another Pokemon game that this is not this game, okay? So Pokemon Sword and Shield is just, despite the hate, despite people like me saying the game was a pile of crap, but 3 million people bought the game. Okay, the same. It's let's go all over again. Okay, we have these people with prominent influence in the Pokemon community, the media, and the higher level Poketubers, the higher subs Poketubers, saying these games are awesome. And guess what? These games sell. It's the same thing with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, okay? The last games I bought, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I didn't even beat because they were just so boring and bland. I have really lost gaming and interest in gaming in general, okay? You know, and just I have the last week's shots, Pokemon Sword and Shield again. Garbage is selling. How? How is this garbage selling? Okay? you know, I get Pokemon is just like Star Wars. It's gonna make money no matter what. Okay, even like Pokemon is just like Star Wars. It's an invincible franchise that will continue selling no matter what. Okay, no matter how bad the games get, they'll still continue selling. Okay, same thing with Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker still passed $1 billion, even though most people didn't want to. But Pokemon Sword and Shield, despite being the worst Pokemon game, is still selling 2 to 4 million copies, which is pretty sad to even think about it. So, and there's a game called Ring Fit Events. I never heard of that game, but you know, I can go even further. Okay, it's just sad that people are buying this garbage, Pokemon Sword and Shield. And there was no PS. I don't think there was any PS4 games on the list. Mario Maker 2. That out of Pokemon Sword and Shield also Mario Maker 2. Okay, you know, I think it's probably not one of the best-selling games in Japan history. And yeah, of course you have all these people saying that retail games are time, but Nintendo is overwhelmingly saving the retail games market because that's how. Because Nintendo fans do not buy digital games. It's just that simple. Nintendo fans want to buy the disc and stuff because they're just Nintendo. That's how Nintendo fans are. It's just sad that you have all these superior games on the Switch. You have all these better games on the Switch, and now the game is gonna projected to go sell 20 million copies. This garbage is projected to sell 20 million copies. The worst Pokemon game and probably all of history. Okay, it doesn't. It's probably not gonna sell. It's not gonna be the best selling Pokemon game in history, but it's gonna be the third best selling Pokemon game in all of history if these sales keep it up. Okay, we have lost. I admit it. The PokeTubers and the media won. Okay, they won. We lost. Okay, there's no sugarcoating it. There's no sugarcoating the fact that these games for some reason continue to sell. You know, Uptilium copies, okay? You know, and of course, the game selling is still good for the gaming market. I cannot really, say that enough. It's still good for the gaming market, but seriously, out of all the games that sell 3 million copies within a few months, it has to be easily the worst looking Pokemon game. And these games, if you look at screenshots for Pokemon Sword and Shield, this it's funny how people are willing to buy a game of this quality. It's just that they're so sad that 20 million people are going to buy this game of very low quality. Okay, and of course, indie games have look like that sometimes. Indie games. Minecraft doesn't have good graphics. That it's good. Well, Minecraft actually does have good graphics for the type of game it is. The difference between Pokemon and Minecraft is the fact that Minecraft, the gameplay is at least good. Okay, Pokemon Sword and Shield is the same rehashed games since Red and Blue. Same games, they have the same models from X and Y, because they couldn't bother to make new models. They say, oh, we have high quality animations, new high quality models, but don't bother using the same models from Sun and Moon, okay? But it's funny how it justifies the Dex cut and buying the game for $60, but you're buying the same game. And it's funny how people used to make fun of people who play Call of Duty. Pokemon's now to do Call of Duty because that's what Pokemon is. It's the same god. Now, Kid me will have been disappointed with me saying this. Pokemon is the same bland crap Game Freak has been giving us since Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. The same garbage. Okay, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were different. Okay, but they this is why Nintendo, no, this is why Nintendo that's not Game Freak does not release the games yearly, okay? Does not release 3D Mario yearly or 3D Zelda games yearly because they know those games take time and powers to make. Or it's something that Game Freak doesn't understand. But considering that 6 million people went to go buy this game and 20 million people will eventually buy this game, apparently this is working. So that's basically it. Goodbye.